Hi everyone! Today we're going to learn about how to make art with one of my favorite images, the silhouette. But wait, what is a silhouette? And how can I make art with it? According to Wikipedia, a silhouette is the image of a person, animal, object, or scene represented as a solid shape of a single color, usually black, with its edges matching the outline of the subject. In this tutorial, I will show you two different ways to use silhouettes to make art. Let's get started. To begin, you will need the following materials: one piece of poster board, a pencil or pen in a color that can be seen against the paper, scissors, tape, and a stationary light source that works like a flashlight. You will also need a chair for the person being traced to sit in. This helps to keep the model comfortable so that they don't move. To begin, start by taping your poster board to a wall. You will need to do this in partners and take turns posing for and tracing each other. I recommend setting up your light and darkening the room before your model sits down. Next, adjust their position so that their shadow is cast to fit inside your paper. I started at the forehead and traced down the front of the shadow's face, being as careful as possible around the nose and mouth, tracing the line down the front of the shadow until I was off the page. I returned to where I started at the forehead, this time tracing over the top and down the back of the head until I was off the page. You should have an image that looks like this. Take your scissors and carefully cut along your lines. If possible, save both pieces of your silhouette so that you can use your positive space or your negative space. I have used silhouettes in my art practice in different ways, and here are some of my favorite artists that also use silhouettes in their work. Local artist Dre Searle, the world-renowned Carol Walker, who uses silhouettes to make murals that tell stories, and 3D silhouette artist Christy Malakoff. Whether you choose to hang them in your classroom windows or display them on the walls, silhouette portraits are an accessible and fun way for young artists to collaborate while exploring identity and storytelling. Let's see what else we can do. Now let's make shadow art using smaller silhouettes. For this project, you will need the following materials: a small silhouette to cut out, scissors, a hole punch to add texture, paper clips, and string. Now that you have your materials, let's begin. Take your printed image and cut it out using your scissors. If you're working in a group or with your class, I recommend choosing a theme such as the ocean, outer space, the forest, or wherever your imagination takes you. In order to create a display, you will need to attach your silhouette cutouts to something that will function as a hanger. In this case, I simply used a large sheet of cardboard from my recycling bin. I then taped one end of my string to the top center of my cutout and the other end to my hanger. Usually, I use paper clips instead because it makes it easier to move your cutouts around on the hanger. However, I wanted to hang my cardboard from the ceiling, so I used tape because it's lighter in weight. The important thing to remember is to be brave and experiment with what works best for you. This part of the process requires a bit of patience as you adjust the placement of the silhouettes, their length, which side they look best on, how far forward or back they should go. And this is how you learn about art and composition. As you are placing your cutouts on the hanger, it helps to have your room darkened and your light source turned on so that you can see the shadows being cast and adjust your composition. I love working with shadows to create ephemeral visual narratives. For more inspiration, check out other shadow artists such as Christian Boltanski, Anila Kweyam-Aga, Fabrizio Cornelli, and Kumi Yamashita. Even if you make a mistake with your cutout, it will cast a beautiful shadow. Remember, that art isn't about being perfect. It's about having fun and being creative.